So Adam, I want to start with you. I'm such a fan of your work for
Thank
such a
you.
long time. I think I'll forever kick myself if I don't mention that Torque is a masterpiece, and I love it.
Yes,
It's a
the
great
fellow
movie.
torque head.
Oh, totally. I watch it all the
Oh,
time.
that's great.
As far as Hokum goes, though, I'd love to hear what it was that kind of drew you to this project. What's the story of kind of how you got cast in here, and what made you most excited to join Hokum?
Yeah, it was Damian McCarthy. I mean, I really wanted to work with him. I was a huge fan of Oddity. Just thought it was a really exciting new way of expressing horror, if that makes sense. I had never been so frightened by someone just setting a camera in front of an inanimate object and staying there. I thought it was a magic trick that I couldn't figure out the answer to, and so that was part of it. But also the script for Hokum, I thought was really exciting, and the character was something new for me and new structure-wise for protagonist of a horror movie. I thought it was super interesting. So a combination of all those things.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. Makes total sense. Damien, I'm a big fan of your first two movies too. Caveat and Oddity. I mean, if I have one complaint with Caveat is that I didn't get the chance to see it in a theater, which I would have loved to, but I didn't miss that chance with Oddity, and I can't wait to see this on the big screen in the coming weeks
Oh,
too.
great. Thank you.
So I'd love to know how you kind of landed on this being your next movie after Oddity. I mean, how long have you been like working on Hokum, developing an idea, and why did you feel like this was the next story you wanted to tell?
I always have just a stack of scripts that I'm working through. I just write all the time. I think it was during the pandemic we were all stuck inside for so long, and I used to work in construction. So when I had all this time, I just wrote and wrote and wrote, and even just very early rough drafts of stuff. But after Odyssey, worked out and it found a bit of an audience, and people saw it, and I knew that I'd get to make another movie. It was straight to Hokum. Hokum was the film that I felt like I was waiting to make. It was like going to be that first movie that kind of would give me the chance to work with an American cast to come to Ireland. It would bridge those two things that I love, making films in Ireland, but also to make the type of movie that I grew up watching and loving with American cinema. This felt like I could finally bring those two things together.
Sure, definitely. And I gotta say, in a couple weeks, I'm going to Ireland for the first time, just purely coincidental. So thank you guys for the nightmare fuel,
Oh,
because I'll
great.
be
Ah,
thinking
good.
about this movie the whole time.
Head for Cork.
Yeah.
Go to Galway, go down to Cork and to Kerry. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. Adam, I want to ask you specifically about your character that you're playing in here too, because I mean, your performance is incredible, and I love the way we kind of just learn about him throughout the course of the movie. I mean, like, we get a strong sense of who he is at the beginning based on how he kind of interacts with other people who recognize him, but like, we learn more about him, and there's a big thing that happens in the hotel room that night. So, what stood out to you the most about Ohm when you were like reading the script for the first time, and what aspect of him were you the most excited to explore in your performance?
Well, I thought it was really interesting and exciting that this character starts out as a pretty prickly, unpleasant person who isn't nice to people, who's arrogant, and kind of uninterested in connecting with anyone, except as it turns out, the Fiona character. Um, and but then as the story goes on, you sort of learn more and more about him and learn more and more about the reason he is this way. Not to necessarily let him off the hook, but just as sort of an explanation. And it becomes a matter of, is he going to let himself off the hook or not? And will he survive if he doesn't?